So I'm going to show you on the mannequin how you should take your measurements very quickly. So your bust measurement, these are all circumference measurements. Your bust measurement should be taken around the fullest part of your bust. So you want to make sure that the tape measure goes right across the bust apex, and it should be horizontal, so it should be perpendicular to the floor. So just turn to the side when you look in the mirror and check that it looks like it is horizontal, and the best place to overlap the tape measure, I find, is right in the middle here, because you're not actually disturbing the tape measure because there's a little space in the middle there. So on this mannequin, she's 38 inches on the bust. Moving down to the waist. Now on your body, it's probably easiest to tie some elastic around your waist. If you tie it not so tight that it makes it hard to breathe or move, but just tight enough so that it stays in position. And then if you move slightly from side to side, the elastic will find its natural resting point, and this will be your natural waist. And that's the place that you want to measure, right over the top of the elastic. So on this one, her waist is coming out at 32 inches. Now moving down to the hip area. Now again, this mannequin very kindly has some indentations to indicate the hip. But on your body, you want to pick whatever is the widest measurement. So you may want to actually measure and then move the tape measure around, move it slightly up and slightly down, just to see if the measurement changes. For many of us, our fullest or widest part isn't actually where our hip bones are, it's actually the top of our thighs or where our bottom is. So it's worth you just moving the tape measure around to find the right measurement. So on this one, her hip measurement is 41.5. So now you have those measurements, you can measure the key pieces on your pattern or look at the finished garment measurements on your pattern, and you can start to see which ones most resemble your size. But don't forget that we need to add ease into that calculation before we decide on a finished size. If you do need to think about your bicep area, then I just will show you myself how to measure. Now ideally you wouldn't do this over a jumper, you would wear a close fitting top, or even better, nothing at all on your upper arm. But you just want to wrap the tape measure around the middle area of your arm. Even better, get a friend to help. So there we go, that would be how you would take your bicep measurement. It's always best just to move your arm around a little bit and just see that if it's going to move where it is the widest. So now you have your body measurements, we now need to start thinking about how much ease you want to add to the pattern.